Hello, my name's Adele Lacert. I'm with 9 3/4 Coaching, and this is Wisdom Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I come to you with just some tips and tricks, some insights in things that may help you make it through the rest of the week. Now, we've been going through the Harry Potter series. We are in the Chamber of Secrets, Chapter 9, The Writing on the Wall. And as I read through this particular chapter, it kind of reminded me of my experience from yesterday. So on Monday afternoon, I went and I got my AstraZeneca vaccine shot. And I was given all of the information that there could be side effects and everything else. But my husband had had the shot 2 weeks earlier. I wasn't anticipating any side effects. I'm gonna breeze through this, no problem whatsoever. Well, that wasn't the case. In fact, early on Tuesday morning, I started to not feel so well. And then I started to have fevers and aches and upset stomach, and it was horrible. And I experienced that until it started to ease off around 10:30 last night. But it really made for a miserable experience and set me back quite a bit. And while I was experiencing that, all of these crazy thoughts went through my brain. I knew that there was a chance of experiencing side effects. I knew that all of those things were possible, but my brain went to worst case scenario, much as the way Filch does in this particular chapter. In this chapter, we have Harry, Ron, and Hermione. They've discovered Filch's cat, Mrs. Norris, hanging off of like a lantern post or like a candle post, and there's the words on the wall that the chamber has been opened. Now, when Filch arrives, he is devastated. He believes that his cat is dead. Mrs. Norris means the world to him. But when they take the cat into Professor Lockhart's office, Dumbledore does an examination and determines that the cat has been petrified and that they will be able to bring it back to life. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But Filch went to the worst case scenario. And not only did he go to the worst case scenario about his cat being dead, but he also made the assumption that it was Harry that did it to his cat, that Harry was out to get him, that Harry thought ill of him, that Harry had uncovered the fact that he was a squib, of which Harry had no idea what a squib was or the significance of a squib in the magical world. Now, as I lay in my bed yesterday, in my aches and pains, I was like, why me? Is there something wrong with my body? Does it have something to do with my blood type? Imagine what would happen if I'd actually gotten COVID. Would I have been one of those people who ended up in the hospital? All of these crazy things went through my brain. Realities are that vaccines affect different people different ways, and that some people are more likely to have side effects, and it's just a natural thing that happens. When we take our babies to the doctors when they're little for vaccinations, we're often told that they're going to experience some side effects, maybe some fever and chills. It's nothing to be concerned about, that the baby's going to be uncomfortable for a day or two, but they will recover and it will make them stronger so that they don't encounter some of those diseases that we have for the most part eradicated or nearly eradicated. This is much the same way as what's happening with COVID. If we can get these vaccines into our systems, some of us are going to experience side effects. And as adults, it feels nasty to feel that way. We feel like we are going to die. Seriously, I sometimes thought I was. It was horrible. But this is not the end of the world. We will get through it. We do know that there is a timeline in which for this to run its course. And then once we are through it, that we won't have those same side effects. And even if we do encounter COVID in the future, we're not going to end up as sick as we possibly could be. So I want you to think about, where in your life are you running to worst case scenarios? Where are you not gathering the facts? Where are you not taking the time to examine the details? Don't let your brain fill in the holes, because your brain will like want to fill in the holes as to what's there. Take a step back. I know that's probably the hardest thing I could ask you to do. Take a step back though and gather your facts. Gather the right information. Don't jump to conclusions. You're not going to die. I thought I was going to die. I'm not going to die. I may be at some point in time in the future, but not from a vaccine. And just gather your facts. Gather the information before you jump to conclusions, before you ruin relationships, before you go and find medication that may do you more harm, before you go and do something crazy. Gather your facts. Take your time. Take your time. Breathe through it. Calm your anxieties. Do your stress management. And if you need hand with stress management, I have my stress management workshops. More than happy to help you out with them. But take your time. Don't jump to conclusions. You can get through this. And I guarantee you will. If you need a hand with some of this, please reach out to ask for some assistance. I am here. I am more than happy to support you in whatever that is. Or if you know somebody, do you know somebody who's struggling right now? They're not, on that scale of needing a psychiatrist, but they're needing a little support, some mentorship, some guidance. That's what I do. That's what I provide. I provide mentorship and guidance in a coaching way, and I provide it in a safe environment. I hope that you get some benefit from this. I look forward to seeing you next week. I will be on time next week. I just needed a little extra time this morning because of not feeling well yesterday. I wish you all the best. We will see you again next week. Take care.